Is it just me, or is 2024 starting to speed by? I swear it was October 1st and I blinked and now the month is almost over. Life can really be a blur. But I figured it'd be cool to slow it down and have an intentional conversation. You know, a Q&A. Just me and you. This is Life Lately.
Get out my head, so I'm asking.
Just get the fuck out my head.
This is something that I'm faulted by my.
Transfer is available to the Franklin Avenue shuttle.
Before we get to the questions, I gotta say I've been pretty locked in. I'm headed to one of my favorite coffee shops for working away from the crib. I've really just been in a groove creatively. More to come on that though.
God, give me life. Dear God, please give me peace. Dear God, please keep this. I keep watching, you must be the police.
So I got a lot of questions regarding how I'm feeling since dropping Side B Volume 1. And if you're new here, Side B is a personal docuseries chronicling me living alone in New York City while sharing my therapy sessions, relationship sagas, and very intimate highs and lows of my personal life as I build my personal brand. I know that's a whole lot, but I say I'm doing really well right now. It's fall here in New York City, and this is my favorite season. Brisk air, hoodies, leather jackets, and coats. Fall is just really good for my mental health, man.
Kinda like the way those make me strong,
But I spoke about how my communication dips a lot when I'm flustered. I be ghosting everybody and not handling business, including sponsors and business deals. But since discovering that, I won't lie, I be on my P's and Q's now. I take my MacBook out and just go through my emails, look at whatever opportunities come my way, and set deadlines for myself. Being communicative ain't never been my forte, but my awareness that that's a weakness has forced me into better communication, and I vibe with the growth.
If I show you how to level up, is it just a waste of time? Was trying to turn you into something. I wish you would've took your time. Yeah. Why does it seem like?
So I've gotten quite a few questions from y'all regarding like my fitness routine. So Sunny Draft MP4 wants to know what's my workout routine, and I pretty much do like a full body workout every time I work out. I can't really segment different areas of the body, like upper, lower, like it just doesn't work for me. I'm a guy that likes to work out everything, so typically I start out with stretching. I tore my ACL, I tore my Achilles. Stretching is just such a vital part of preparing your body for strain, to be honest. So I have a 20-minute stretch that I do where I stretch primarily my lower body. I could show more love to my upper body, but I stretch my lower body. Y'all see what those are. And then I get into calisthenics.
Ride to it.
Mr. Mayor asked, how's the healing process going after your revelations or your realizations? Healing is very interesting, I shall say. I think before you can get to healing, you need to, I've already expressed it in episode 1 of side B, but like before you can get to healing, you need to understand what the diagnosis is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kept repeating similar toxic patterns because I could not get to the root of what was causing them, right? And now that I'm aware of it, it takes a lot of intentionality and being aware of like what gets me in those types of frames of mind. So I think the healing process is going a lot better. I've been able to, because part of my healing was learning how to communicate and really just communicating in general, and I'm doing that now, that has brought a lot of clarity. I've learned that as David, but as a man, I don't operate well with lack of clarity. Lack of clarity leads me to feeling like I have to have my defenses up and my guards up. And I've fallen into not asking questions for clarity because I never saw it as player. Like, I don't want to see nobody thinking I'm sweating, or I don't want to come off as like insecure, or I don't want to come off this way. And that is so corny, like trying to appear to be unbothered when you're bothered. And that's what I was doing a lot, which led me to doing things that was low integrity. So now that I'm able to communicate and have that kind of toxic view off my back, I think the healing process is going a lot smoother, I shall say. I'm not the perfect communicator. There's still a lot of things I got to work on, but I think I'm going on the right path. So I think pretty good, to be honest. And I'm gonna answer one more question in this gym before we get this day or continue this day going. I just think like that the feeling surrounding the midlife crisis or mid-20s life crisis, like the way I view things is like it's a simple breakdown. It's when you're at a crossroads of a decision, when your desires and your experiences are contrasting with the way you live right now. That's what I think the life crisis is, or the midlife crisis. When the things that you want are not reflective of the things that you have, or the life that you have. And I do think you can't even avoid that because it's a part of growth. It's a part of the journey. But I think what helps that along is knowing what you want and knowing how to get it. And I feel like, yeah, I was feeling that. I was at a point and stage in my life where, and I'm still there to a certain degree. I'm not completely where I'm going. But there was a point where I wanted all of these things, or I felt like I deserved such things because I put in the work and the effort. And when I didn't have them, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Life is going crazy. I don't got that job. I don't got this much money in my bank account. I don't got this experience. Like, am I worthy of these things? What's going on? And I've learned that you really just have to continue on with whatever endeavor you're going through and have faith. So that's kind of what I think about, like the mid-20, 25, whatever, midlife crisis. It's simply just a point where the life that you want is not reflective of the life that you have. And I think you feel better when you do things that inch you closer to what you want. So So, Embrace the Rager asked, how do you keep track of your creative income and taxes? Well, actually, I use Rocket Money, and I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. I've been using Rocket Money for the last 2 years to manage my finances. Part of managing my finances is knowing what money is coming in and out of my account so that I can budget properly. Within the Rocket Money app, I can see all of my upcoming expenses and also cancel any subscriptions from other services within the app. Rocket Money can also create customized budgets based on your spending and goals. I can also see my credit score here as well. Rocket Money is the app I use to see my entire financial picture. You can go to rocketmoney.com/ddames or click the link in the description to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium.
Shawty said she from the 3-0. Spend the weekends in the 2-0. Girl, I really wanna be yo. Girl, I really wanna be yo. But I know that you busy, baby. I got no issues waiting. I hope you keep a place, cause oh girl, I'm trying to say.
Okay, it's nice to meet you. And you got
Alright, so I figured that I might as well answer some more of y'all questions while I'm on this bus headed to this event. So let's see what y'all got for real. So DJ D Studios asks, what does side B mean and how did you come up with said concept? Alright, so y'all know like when y'all listening to an album, some artists will have a side A and a side B. And if we're talking about like hip hop, usually side A is like, or look at Drake. Side A is like usually like more upbeat, more tempo, and then side B is like more R&B, more vulnerable. So my content, yeah, I've already was making like pretty. I was already pretty open in my content, but it was through the lens of specific things in my life, and I really wanted side B to be more vulnerable, more authentic tales of adulting in New York City. As a filmmaker, someone who wants to make, you know, a series, a television show, a movie, I'm really using my life as a framework to develop more drama, like, you know, like a drama series. And I don't want to say my life is a drama series, but I go through things like most men and adults do. And I'm just documenting it in a very aesthetically pleasing way. Eamon B9 asks, do you put family over work? To a certain extent, no. Sometimes like I'll have like, you know, family come over and like I'll chill with my family where I should be editing. Sometimes I edit over chilling with my family. I would say my priority is probably more geared towards work than family. But that's what life is for me right now. It's a priority act. It's me deciding that this is the lane I want to step into, and it takes more of my time. So I could probably spend more time with family, but at the moment, work really dominates my life. And I probably got like one more stop for real. Yeah, this will be the last question on this bus before I get off. So the real rock star asks, nothing, just chilling. Any new vlogs? Hopefully you're watching, because it's a new video for you to watch right now.
It's been a while since you called my phone, especially since you did me wrong. But I feel betrayed, cause he took my place.
Alright, y'all, so I ain't gonna lie. I had to stop and get some food. Like, I was starving. But perfect opportunity to continue the Q&A, so let's see. Let's answer some more of y'all questions. Let me answer some of y'all questions on the YouTube side. I realize that some of y'all, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I realize that some of you guys sent questions on the YouTube community, so let's not forget that. Thank you. Oh, that looks great.
Cheers, delicious.
So Compatavio6814 over on YouTube asked, your channel is a door into a world full of art. My question is, where was the point in your life that you would consider a turning point? What was option B or C? So I think a point in my life that I consider a real turning point was after I tore my ACL in college, going into my senior season. And during a scrimmage, I tore my ACL. And I thought a potential pro career, but that I'd be overseas, I don't know, somewhere, was possible. But that kind of stripped all that away. And I had to pivot into a different direction. You know, I have my education, I have my degree. So I was always gonna find a lane, but I needed to find a lane that brought me just as much joy. And I had been creating since like I was a kid. Like I started off in the boys club, but I stopped really creating to focus on basketball. So once I pivoted lanes and like really like sharpened my tools and my ability to tell stories, that's when I realized like this is for me. But yeah, that turning point was realizing that like being an athlete really isn't going to produce any fruit anymore, because in a sense like I'm damaged goods. Like I'm not as athletic as I once was, and you know I'm still pretty good at hooping, but it's just I had to pivot after that. So yeah, that for me was a big turning point in terms of like option B or C. Good question. I don't know how to say your name, but Delis, Delis asked, your content is next level. I appreciate that. Thank you. Little cliffhanger. Little cliffhanger with your pops on the phone. How did that go? Would like to know more about that if possible. Looking forward to your healing journey in that area. Sending you all good vibes, blessings, and warm hug. So yeah, so when I shot episode 1 of Side B, that was filmed and edited in real time. Like I was actively going through it. But I will say the journey with my father, like, it's been a journey, but like it's coming to a point where him and I, like, we have a really good relationship. And that wasn't my first time on the phone with him, but it was my first time being vulnerable and expressing how his absence really affected me to a degree. Now that doesn't mean like as an adult, there's a responsibility to heal and not bleed on others that haven't caused you the pain. But that was the first time we had that conversation, because I was able to recognize how his absence affected me. So that call was very insightful. I was getting emotional on it, and I think it helped build our connection. It definitely helped build our connection past like, you know, I guess like typical conversations we'd have, because we're still building our relationship. And I was a knucklehead, like, and I think justified, but I was a knucklehead in high school and in college, because like, you know, like stereotypically, like you got that young anger, and then you become dismissive, and then you feel like you don't need like your father or whatever. But now I'm at a point where I'm a young man, and you know, I'm also following my journey in faith, and giving grace is very important. And now that I'm older, like this is something that I didn't realize up until a few months ago. Like now that I'm older and I'm dealing with my own trials and tribulations, my own struggles, dealing with women, I feel like as a young boy, like you love your mom, and it's just like whatever she going through, you hate it. But it's not until you a young man and you're dealing with your own situations that you realize there's always two sides to every story. And that's not to discount someone else's side or feelings, but that is the truth of it all. And it really took me being in my own situations to realize that like I need to lean on some of the men that may understand where I'm coming from, and like get advice from a man, because there's a difference from getting advice from women versus men, and similar experiences. So being able to give my father grace, because I'm not perfect, really went a long way into breaking the ice and the mold for me to reaching out and building a relationship with him. So our relationship, I gotta talk to him about it, but I would want to explore our relationship and like document that as well, because I think it can turn into like a beautiful story, because it's already like kind of turning the corner. So that's kind of where that is right now.
I like the
Erica Vane asked, are you okay? How are your head and heart in this season of your life? Right now I feel renewed. I was dealing with a period of my life that there was a lot of confusion, and I didn't know left from right, up from down. But I see clearly what I need to do and what I want. And I just feel very decisive right now. And that decisiveness and clarity has brought a confidence and a security within myself.
Can't stop overthinking, I'm stuck in my feelings, on top of the ceiling, I feel like I'm tweaking, I don't understand this, don't tell me you kidding, I just need a reason, just give me a reason.
Tati asks, what's good, Tati? What are you looking forward to most in 2025? Honestly, I'm looking forward to a year of ascension. I am becoming the man I always envisioned. 2024 is the year that I discover myself. 2025 is the year I ascend and get to where I'm going. God willing, of course. She is Amazing One, and E. Janae asked, who or what inspires you? This may sound self-glorifying, but right now I inspire myself. I look at each past project and I'm excited about my development as an artist. But looking past myself, I'd say Spike Lee inspires me from a narrative perspective. But my biggest inspiration is my home, New York City, always. And Victoria asks, what's good, Vicky? Do you have plans to leave New York City, or just finding a balance / routine that makes you happy? New York is my home. So at the moment, I have no plans to leave. It's all about striking a balance and eventually finding harmony between all the important areas of my life while creating a life worth living here. But you also never know. New York is expensive and, you know, life may take me other places, but right now, this is where I'm at. So apparently you guys like how I dress. I received a lot of questions regarding where I shop from, who's my fashion inspiration, and just my overall style and where I like to shop at, so I got you.
I'm with the crew, what it do, what it is. Making money moves, trying to move in the crib.
I get majority of my clothes from ASOS. And in terms of my personal style, I'd say I'm a very cozy dressing individual. So, you know, I got my Timbs on me. I'm an Adidas guy. I have way too many Adidas shoes, Adidas Sambas, whatever these are. I don't know, but they kind of look like Asics, so I got those too. These right here, y'all already know. These are my cow shoes, my brown cow shoes. These are my favorite shoes in the arsenal. Also, got a bunch of beanies as well. But I just love the proportions. You know, baggy jeans, crop shirt. I think that proportion looks really good on me as a tall, slim guy. And I think fashion is just about finding what looks good on you, not necessarily what's trendy. Also, I forgot to mention my EDC. So for my EDC, I have my iPhone 14 Pro Max. Probably will upgrade this sooner or later. I also have my Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Comes with me everywhere. I have my AirPods Max. I'm not leaving nowhere without the AirPods Max. But I do also have the Google Buds with me as well, and these sound great. I know Android be getting a whole lot of flack, but these things sound fire. So I got these with me as well. Apple Watch SE or the Google Pixel Watch, both these are great, but I think I'm leaning more towards the Google Watch, if I'm being honest. I have my Ultra Human Ring, which is another smart device to detect and track your health metrics. Love this thing. And to top it off, I have my keys and my wallet. This is a soft leather wallet from Savant Studios in Brooklyn.
Decompression with a bottle of fit, I'm back in the mix. Now she been to me, got me helping this shit. A mirror to the game, twin flame with the blue flame. Whoa, different time, it's the old me with some old things. On me, I been locked in, tryna maintain. Asking like where you been, cause we on the same page. I'm on the road, I'm tryna get home. I'm on the way, make it back safe. That's all that I know. The life that we live should be.
Alright, y'all, so I ain't gonna lie, sun is going down, and I feel like by the time I get to my spot, I'm not gonna really be able to film like I want to, so I think I'm gonna end this Q&A here. I appreciate all of you guys that sent in questions, and I hope that I shed some light or whatever you was curious about. Episode 2 of Side B, or Volume 2 of Side B, should be coming out after this video, so yeah, that's something to look forward to. But real talk, I appreciate all of you guys that watch these videos all the way to the end. It's been a crazy year. The year's not over, but you know, I just wanted to show some love to you guys. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you want to show some love, but we'll catch you guys real soon. Deuce.
Racing with a floater, renegade, I run a wave again. Hazing, smoking doves, I want a way to get the wage again. Ain't been paid enough though for my ages, it's a trade. I ain't stuck within a maze with every thought I'm in this lane screaming. Get out, get